announcement. We do have a senior resource guide for all our seniors. We have a host of resources for individuals in regards to anyone that's on HRA, issues with Social Security. So there's a resource guide at the table. Every Tuesday we have a tenant specialist. So if anyone is having problems with your landlord, harassing you, not doing repairs, every Tuesday we do have a tenant specialist. So if you wish to see the specialist, please call our office and make an appointment. Our office number is 718-933-2034. Also, anyone that's looking for employment, we have an employment guide at the table, which provides a list of employment from different organizations and agencies that are currently hiring. And lastly, we too are doing a food can drive from now until December 14th to ensure that, to help others who are less fortunate than ourselves. There's a list of items that we have on the flyer. It's also at the table, so please review. If someone would like to make a donation and they can't come to our office, we'll be more than happy to make arrangements to make sure that is picked up. So thank you very much and enjoy it. Yes.
What association helps the landlord?
So this is coming from the city, the tenant specialist, the TPU, excuse me.
So we need someone on the landlord side too, because a lot of times, why should they go to court and have somebody that they can't get rid of, for months and months and months on end, disturbing the peace in the building?
And to that point, in our particular district, we have a host of housing issues. And very rarely do we have individuals like yourself bring that to our attention, but I'd be more than happy to help you see who we can identify to help people like yourself who own and have tenants and having issues. Any other questions?
Thank you. Katrina?
I'll just speed them up and pull them out.
A little bit down in Mark Jonai's office.
Not one applause.
You have to talk first, then you'll see if you get the push.
Good evening, everyone. Nice to see everyone, Mr. Chairman and members. A few announcements that we have, and Marcy, the Assemblyman is working on an organization to deal with the smaller landlords on that. So if you contact our office, any type of input we're working on now. But I hope everybody enjoyed their summer. I want to introduce Dylan Tragney. He's our new executive coordinator. It's a great title. He does everything just like we do. And he's great. He's worked with us before while he was in college when he graduated, and we're grateful to find somebody to hire him. He's going to be a great asset to our staff. On a sad note, or on whatever note you want to call it, great friend of the Assemblyman and our office and the community, Jeffrey Panish. I think everybody knows he passed. His memorial will be on November 6th from 3 to 5 at Bronx House. So just to make a note of that. The Halloween event this Monday, we've been working significantly and through the police department, with the community board. Initially, we were going to close the entire street, and now it's become almost impossible, to do that as far as the police department is concerned because of the manpower and for that time of day between 3 and 6. So what we're going to do for the trick-or-treaters is between 3 and 6, between Colden Avenue and Paulding, they're going to block the street. And we're doing this, of course, in conjunction with our senator, and as well as the community board and North Park Association. If I didn't remember anybody else, you don't have to clap for me next time I speak.
Assemblyman
Mike Sal.
also.
And yes, Assemblyman Benedetto as well. That will be between 3 and 6. There'll be activities with the kids. It's a great thing that I think we're doing this. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of kids on that block. My office is right there. I've been dealing with them for many, many years, and there's just so many children there. It's dangerous, and we have a lot of traffic and speeding and among other things going on that street. And We don't want anybody to get hurt anymore, but this is something, in my view, should have been done 20, 30 years ago, but, we have a new progressive stance on things. In any event, if you call our office also, 718-409-0109, we're going to be raffling off turkeys, so call the office to get in there starting November 1st, and we have 30 turkeys to raffle off. Thank you, everybody.
So unless you didn't sign in and you're elected official rep,
Sorry.
all right, one more. Really? Romina from Councilmember Torres' office.
Sorry guys, I ran for the coffee. I'll keep it short and sweet. We have two announcements. One, in response to BPECA, I wish I could have announced this yesterday. The council member actually introduced a bill today that would require parks to have a more transparent process on all their capital projects. The council member knows that a lot of times we're given one price tag, and in a year it's quadruple that. So this bill would require parks that every step of the process be reported to the council member, and then that way, once our office knows, we can report it to the community board and constituents. And then our second announcement, on Wednesday, November 2nd at 4 p.m., we're going to be at Waring and Bronx Park East. That's the entrance to Waring Playground. There's been large community demand for a stop sign or a traffic light there. It is the entrance to a playground. So please come by and support if you believe that there should be a traffic calming measure there. That's it. If you have any questions or if you need any help from the office, please feel free to call our office, 718-842-8100.
Thank you, Romina. So that will close the elected officials portion, and we'll move on to the chairman's report. Tony?
Everybody has a mic?
A couple of announcements. Number one, November 11th, Memorial Day, there's going to be services at the Peace Plaza at 11 a.m. And your attendance is welcome, okay? And also, the Van Ness have theirs on Unionport Road and White Plains Road at 12 p.m., okay? That's November 11th, 11 a.m. and at 12 p.m. Another thing, Bronx Chamber of Commerce on November 16th is honoring a member of the board, our district manager, Jeremy Warnicki, as a vet. He's being honored. It's November 16th at Maestro's. And let's see, what else? If you're a veteran, correct. If you're a veteran, it's free. But they want you to bring documentation. Now, guys like Sal Caforto, myself, Joe Thompson, I don't know where we're going to find this documentation, It's like 50 years ago, But the bottom line, they want documentation. What else? Well, that's it. Now I'm going to have a motion to approve the September 2016 full board meeting minutes. Do I have a second? Second. Junior, all those open for discussion? All in favor? Against? Abstentions? Unanimous. Okay, next Wednesday, December 14th. December 14th. The Community Board will be doing their Christmas party promptly at 7 p.m. It will start at 7 p.m. We're not holding it up for the politicians. Okay, we're going to start eating at 7 p.m., all right? On Wednesday, December 14th, at Fratelli's Restaurant at 2507 Eastchester Road. Okay? And if those who want to bring a guest, you got to speak to Harriet. I think she wants the fee's going to be $30. She would like a check prior to the function. Okay, $30 to see Harriet at the community board office. Now, let's move on. Treasurer's report, Silvio.
Thank you. The treasurer's report has been distributed. If there are any questions, you can see me afterwards. Thank you.
Okay, so we'll go on to my report. First, I'll stand myself. So, first thing is an apology. I know Deputy Mayor pointed out an error with the committee minutes. When I printed them earlier, I did 1 to 2 sided. So people that had 2 sided, page 2 disappeared. So whoever needs or wants a hard copy, please let me know, and I'll make sure you get that. So that would include land uses, page 2, as well as public safety, page 2. Again, I apologize for that oversight on my part. Harriet is back at the office though, so things are a little bit more smooth. She's just not able to come to the meetings quite yet. Remember, she had knee surgery. She cannot sit for a long period of time, which is what she would normally do up here to my left. But she is back at the office. And then also, as Tony mentioned, please do not bring your money for your guests at the holiday party. It's too much for her to try to track everything down. We're constantly trying to do other things at that event. So please, the day before, bring us the money, not the day off. All right, for the holiday party in December, you're bringing a guest. Chris, if you could pass out the budget priority requests that I worked on, which are still not really complete, so I'm not sure we're ready for a vote tonight. But as I've said at past leadership meetings, I think Dr. Patel can also say that we're very happy with you guys, at least the committee's actually looking at these and actually making recommendations. I know I was on the phone with Arlene Drayton earlier today, as well as the Parks Department. I know there's some issues I have to go over with the Education Committee. Talk more about that under Dr. Patel's report. So if you just take one down, pass it to Veronica, one down. Okay, or walk across the way. And next week I'm going to meet with Councilmember Box's office as well as Montefiore regarding video recording our meetings, which Councilmember Baca wants to do yet again. That's going to be a meeting with WNET as well. In terms of my printed report, it will go out after today because I was too busy with budget priorities. I do have to thank David Levitt for some suggestions he made to tweak up our website, as well as Andrea Siegel for pointing out an error there. And on October 4th, I also have to thank David for pushing this meeting with the site visit with Con Ed, which Al D'Angelo and I had. If you haven't noticed, Morris Park Avenue is pretty well torn up. By the first week of November, it should be back to normal. Con Ed is required to repave Morris Park Avenue after they're done with the gas main work. So, other things we can go over, I just save them for after the meeting. Please see me after the meeting if you have any questions. We get through this. Thank you. I know. So we'll move on to the first committee report. Mike?
So regarding this, to speak with you afterwards?
Well, this is actually the next item anyway, committee reports. What I'm doing, or what I'm attempting to do, like I said, this is not complete. It's somewhat cumbersome. It's a new system. So does everybody have a copy yet of the budget priority request that were just passed around or being passed around? So this is a new system, right? This is being put out by city planning, and I've been working up here. I'm sorry. Dr. Patel wanted me to print out the full thing where it said like Pelham Parkway Neighborhood Association supports some of these requests. Unfortunately, if I printed out each individual budget, the full individual budget priority request, each board member would have 100 pages to look through tonight. So I couldn't do that. I had to send out the summarized order. And like I said, it's a new system. Prior to today, the very top of it didn't say FY18 budget priority request. That was actually a suggestion by Dr. Patel to put that on the front page, so all the community boards citywide now have it. They didn't have that before. So there are little things, if you notice, that could probably be tweaked. You're now understanding what IRM means. That's an internal thing for the mayor's office or the Office of Management and Budget, so I would ignore that. But if you do have questions, please ask. If you want to ask them now, we can go ahead. But what we talked about at the leadership committee meeting, and what Dr. Patel and I have talked about privately, is that we took the new request, and they're going on the bottom. So we can knock out the old requests, for example, Pelham Parkway. I know the Transportation Committee agreed that Pelham Parkway should remain number 1 on our list. Until that project, until the shovel's in the ground, I don't even think we should move that into continued support, which is what Dr. Fell wanted, but he agreed, he's going along with, until that project, the shovel's in the ground, I don't think we should change that priority request. So, does that make sense? What questions do you have in specific, Andrew?
Sort of. So the parks, so we're 20 through 24, so
Those are the new requests.
the new one, or are those gonna be the last requests?
The last requests are probably going to be education, since they kind of came in last. And speaking of which, some of the education requests are not detailed enough. So don't expect much to come from some of these. I do expect a little bit more to come from something like the Alton Merchants wrought iron fence request. They did submit something in writing to me earlier today. I know I did try to call you, and you called me back, and I didn't get a chance to speak to you about getting letters of support. In the past, we've gotten letters of support from various things, primarily from the public library, but it definitely helps, since a lot of our board members are on civic associations, to send letters of support using your organization's letterhead. And that's what I think the Alton Merchants sent an email. They have their own specially designated email. The email's a legal document. I'm going to print that off and attach that, or save it. I could probably just save it and attach that to the form itself. Now, I did send out the link if you want to go in. That was the great thing about someone like our board member Arlene Drake was able to do and help me with, is she uploaded all those new requests, and I just tweaked them. I've been working on tweaking them. They're not perfect. So don't expect too much to come from some of these requests. As you know, some of these things take a long time. A lot of the responses we get are, we don't have funding for this, please consult your elected officials. So the trick we are moving, so the tweak is, we know you're going to ask for money for elected officials, please tell us how much it's going to cost, which is the current edit I made to something like Peace Memorial Plaza, and getting that, I think that's capital request number 3. And that's from last year. It's still on there because it hasn't happened, so renovate Peace Memorial Plaza. Does that help explain things?
Someone can, just bear with me a second. Number 1, the reconstruction of Pelham Parkway. Why is that a Community Board 11 request?